Hey, before you get started, hit that subscribe button. Oh, hit that like button too while you're at it. Appreciate you. We appreciate each and everyone's support. Your donations go for a great cause in supporting the financial literacy of children and those that are underprivileged. Woo-wee! You know what that whistle means. It's game time. Let's get it. You know what we do. Let's get that notebook out. Organized, structured, and disciplined. We keep receipts. Look, everybody huddle up. I mean, this is an absolute touchdown. I mean, a slam dunk. If you don't score the goal on this one, you don't want to win. SoftBank, SFTBY. Again, SFTBY. I mean, I want you to immediately do homework. When you watch this video, you're not going to believe it. I mean, like, they're begging you to make some money. I mean, if you don't score right here, I'm going to sit you on the bench. Listen real close. Do your homework, okay? We do not advise any moves without doing any homework. Okay, so here's what we're going to do, all right? Let me give you a little information about SoftBank in general so you understand what the company's all about. And then let me show you why this thing might be a moneymaker. Okay, let's get it.
Here in Tokyo sits the headquarters of Japanese massive conglomerate SoftBank. It started as a software distributor, grew into a telecom giant, and now spans many different industries, pouring billions of dollars into the likes of Alibaba, Uber, and WeWork. Its founder and CEO meets with Donald Trump and forms business deals with Saudi Arabia's royal family. And yet, it's a company you may know little about. SoftBank is ranked number 38 on Forbes' list of world's biggest public companies. That's a few slots higher than General Motors and IBM, and far ahead of Amazon, Coca-Cola, and Walt Disney. Its business dealings really know no limits. They include telecommunications, e-commerce, finance, technology services, semiconductor design, media and marketing, a baseball team, and even a robot. This is Pepper. It's a humanoid robot manufactured by SoftBank designed with the ability to read human emotions and even analyze voice tones. So who is behind it all? Founder and CEO Masayoshi Son. He was born in a small town in Japan and moved to California at the age of 16. He graduated from UC Berkeley with a BA in economics in 1980. Son is known for his fierce business strategies, and they seem to pay off. After meeting with then President-elect Donald Trump in 2016, it was announced that Son would invest $20 billion in the U.S. tech sector. After the announcement in the Trump Tower lobby, SoftBank's stock surged more than 6%, making Son instantly $2 billion richer. Son is now Japan's richest man. Yet a big part of SoftBank's success and size may actually have less to do with Japan and more to do with China. In 2000, SoftBank made its most successful investment, putting $20 million into Alibaba. 14 years later, that investment turned into an estimated $60 billion payday when the Chinese e-commerce giant went public. That's almost a 300,000% gain in 14 years. With returns like that, it's no wonder SoftBank's become an investing powerhouse. Last year, SoftBank invested in more than half of the top 10 biggest investments in VC-backed startups. That included ride-hailing giants Didi Chuxing, Grab, and Ola, as well as Flipkart, the Indian e-commerce giant. And those investments are coming whether companies want them or not. When Didi Chuxing and Uber said they didn't need SoftBank's money, Son threatened to invest in their rivals instead. Needless to say, the companies took the cash. Then there's the acquisitions. In 2016, SoftBank purchased European semiconductor firm ARM Holdings for $31 billion, the biggest purchase of a European tech company ever. Google owner Alphabet also sold its robotics firm Boston Dynamics to SoftBank in 2017 for an undisclosed amount. Much of SoftBank's recent investments are part of what's known as the Vision Fund. It's the largest technology investment fund in history. While the $100 billion fund is primarily backed by SoftBank, it also includes massive investments from Apple, Qualcomm, Sharp, and the sovereign wealth funds of Saudi Arabia and the UAE. The fund has also invested billions of dollars into about 30 companies, including Uber, Arm, Nvidia, and WeWork. It recently announced a $200 billion power generation project in Saudi Arabia, which would be the world's biggest solar project. And it isn't stopping there. The fund wants to become the largest shareholder in 100 tech companies around the world once it's done investing its money, creating the biggest ecosystem of tech companies in the world. Hey guys, it's Upton. Thanks for watching. For more of our videos, check out What is Alibaba here and Who is competing with Uber here.
All right, now, hold on now. Don't go nowhere. Now, let me show you some of the connections that this guy has. Let's do it.
Remember, it was Masa that brought Bill Gates to Japan. It was Masa that invented or brought Jerry Yang to Japan. It was Masa that made possible for China's cloud industry to happen, Alibaba. It was Masa that brought Steve Jobs to Japan and the iPhone. And many of you probably don't know this, but at one point, Masa was the largest shareholder of NVIDIA. Oh. It's okay. We can cry together. Yeah.
Okay, now, here's the kicker. He's got the full-on support of President Trump. Here we go. Check this out.
So it's an honor to be with you. We'll discuss a couple of points. We'll take some questions later if you'd like. I'm sure you might have one or two. I'd be shocked if you didn't. I'd be very impressed. But I'm honored to welcome one of the most accomplished business leaders of our time, the founder and CEO of SoftBank, everybody knows, Masayoshi Son. Masa runs one of the largest companies in Japan and among the most successful investment and technology companies anywhere in the world, one of the most successful investors in the world. And we've just concluded a very productive meeting, and today I'm thrilled to announce that SoftBank will be investing $100 billion in America, creating 100,000 American jobs at a minimum. And he's doing this because he feels very optimistic about our country since the election. And many other people are also coming in with tremendous amounts of money. You probably noticed that a poll was just taken. It's business is literally in 39 years, there's been nothing like it. It's been the biggest increase. Small business owners gave it a 41% jump. It's the biggest jump that we've had in 39 years. And nobody's ever seen anything like it. And it's just, they're very optimistic. This historic investment is a monumental demonstration of confidence in America's future, and it will help ensure that artificial intelligence, emerging technologies, and other industries of tomorrow are built, created, and grown right here in the USA. One of the beautiful things about Masa is he's very much involved with emerging technology. He probably knows it maybe better than almost anybody. So it's a great honor, and some of you remember after the 2016 election, also SoftBank committed to invest $50 billion in our country, and they did. And I'm very pleased to say that they kept that promise in every way, shape, and form, and now they're looking to do 100, and I've looked at their books. They do have the possibility of doing more. I'm going to ask them to do a little bit more, but first I'm going to ask them to speak and just to say a few words. Masa, please. Thank you. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you so much. I'm very, very excited. I would really like to celebrate the great victory of President Trump. And my confidence level to the economy of the United States has tremendously increased with his victory. So because of that, I'm now excited to commit this $100 billion and 100,000 jobs into the United States. This is double of last time, as President Trump said. Because I say, oh, President Trump is a double down president. I'm going to have to double down, you know, $100 billion and 100,000 jobs. This is, you know, my confidence level, because that has doubled down. So I am truly excited to make this happen. And of course, business is important, technology is important. But one more thing I'm really hoping is that this President Trump would make the world, bring the world into peace again. That's my additional hope. And I think he will actually make it happen. So anyway, I'm excited to go, and we were discussing, and President Trump said, Masa, you know, double down is not enough. Maybe, you know, go for more, right?
That's what I'm going to ask him right now. Would you make it $200 billion instead of that? He can actually, believe it or not, he can actually afford to do that. Would you do that?
Well, my promise is 100, but, you know, he's now asking to do more. I think, you know, with your leadership, my partnership with you, with your support, I will try to make it happen.
That's good.
All right.
200. He'll make it happen. 200 billion investment.
He is a great negotiator.
He's a brilliant guy and did an unbelievable job, and the people of Japan and all over the world are very proud of him. They have tremendous respect for him. So when he does what he just did, and I would be surprised if it didn't go to 2. When you say you'll try, I know you'll do it.
I will really try. Yeah. And I need your support, though.
You'll have my support.
All right.
You'll have our country's support.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you, Masa, very much.
Fantastic.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank
Do
you.
you want to
Great
say hello
event.
to the people of Japan who are all watching?
Well, I'm sure our people in Japan are proud to make the partnership of U.S. and Japan be stronger. And I'm very excited to make this happen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Masa.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Great job. Thank you. It's amazing. It's a great gentleman, a great leader, and a great investor. So to have that offer made, and we have so many companies coming in now that will be announcing, or that will announce themselves. We don't have to be with them to do it, but they'll be announcing. And as I said, small business optimism took a 41-point jump. 41 points. It went up 41 points. That's unheard of. And that's the biggest they think in recorded history, but they know at least a minimum of 39 years. So that's great. But on behalf of the American people, I want to thank Masa for his faith in what's happening with our country and what's happening with the world. There's a whole light over the entire world. Many people, some reporters, in speaking to them, they said, you know, it actually is true. A couple of them are not necessarily friends of mine, but they said it is actually true that there's a light shining over the world. We're trying to help very strongly in getting the hostages back, as you know.
Not only did he commit to $100 billion, but he even hinted at possibly another $100 billion. If you don't make a move here, something's wrong. Now check out this last little clip, and it'll give you a little bit more insight as to why we may want to make a move with this stock.
Let's focus first on the tech side of all of this, because it's deja vu. We saw half the amount promised, and they are said to have been delivered by Masa back in 2016.
This is an echo of what we saw 8 years ago, almost to the day when Masayoshi Son made this promise at Trump Tower of a $50 billion investment with 50,000 jobs. And as Peter, our colleague, discussed earlier in the program, he largely made good on that. Trump is putting him on the spot today a little bit, already inking this $100 billion promise, 100,000 jobs, and trying to get him to double even that. And we heard Peter talk about how Masayoshi Son may not have all that much in the tank to be able to pull it off. But at the same time, we heard Son talk about how he has such confidence in the incoming administration that maybe this will be a way to help him gain some of those investments and gain that capital he needs.
And the support of the next administration, the support of Donald Trump as president shouldn't come as a surprise, Mike.
No, not at all. And what was interesting also is how the president, after Son left the stage, he talked about his commitment to trying to, revive and reinvigorate the economy from the business perspective, not only by cutting corporate tax rates, but by trying to cut red tape. And just last week, we heard him make the pledge that he reiterated today that anyone investing $1 billion or more in the U.S. would get speedier permit review. And that has been an issue that we've heard energy companies and even tech companies bring up. The tech companies that are getting into AI have such energy demands that they need for their data centers. And without that kind of support to speed those projects, they see their AI ambitions at risk of being slowed.
We can indeed see on Truth Social where President-elect Trump had discuss the $1 billion or more that can be allocated to the United States and therefore getting that expedited approval and permitting. Mike, it is seemingly all about AI, all about energy when it comes to Masa's investment. Last time, it seemed to be a whole host of people talking to the hundreds of companies that SoftBank put money into it via the Vision Fund and indeed by SoftBank directly. We already see this money being allocated to OpenAI, for example. Are we expecting a mixture of startups and publicly traded companies? Is there anything discerning as to the direction of travel of which companies are going to be backed?
You know, it's really tough to say right now exactly how this money would be applied. If it refers back to already planned investments by SoftBank in other ventures and vehicles, we just don't have those details. And in a way, just like Trump's Truth Social post on cutting red tape and regulation, we really don't know exactly how he intends to do that either. So we're going to have to see how this unfolds, and there will be more to come from Masayoshi Son, how much of this money gets deployed into the U.S., how quickly, and toward whom. And I think there are a lot of startups, including people who have ties into the administration, who will be very interested in that kind of a partnership.
I mean, what else do I need to say? Do your homework, do your due diligence. If you're not set up with the platform, let me know. I'll help get you set up. You need to be making moves. It's time for your money to be working for you versus you always working for the money. Coach Hen did it again. I'll see you next time with another game-changing video. Appreciate you for tuning in. I'll see you soon. Remember, keep God first and at the head of all your decisions. Thank you. Hey, you better hit that subscribe button. That's the only way to keep these videos coming to you. And while you're at it, hit that like button too. We appreciate all likes. It's going to pay off, I promise. And we most certainly appreciate all support. That's going to pay off too. We'll see you next time with another game-changing video.